One sentence always motivates me. Nothing is impossible in this world because impossible words also says that I am possible. Good morning everyone. The 21st century is all about technology. With the increasing need for modernization in our day-to-day lives, people are open to accepting new technologies from using a remote for controlling device to use voice notes for giving commands. Modern technology has made space in our regular lives. Technologies like artificial intelligence and IoT that gained pace in the past decades. And now there's a new addition to the pack that is blockchain technology. I am Narayan Sharma. Today I will take you to the wonderful journey of a blockchain technology. First, I would like to thank Vasai branch of WIRC for giving me opportunity to speak on the topic that is blockchain technology. How many of you know about the blockchain technology? Okay. Very less. Friends, I think that every future chartered accountant sitting here should know about this technology because we students are of innovative minds. If we are updated with the technology, we can bring some innovation and implement into our profession. We should always be updated with the latest technology so we can work more effectively. As you know, as much technology we use, we save our time, and time is an important factor for every chartered accountant. These are the topics today I will be covering. First, introduction. What is blockchain? How blockchain works? Advantages of the blockchain technology. Will blockchain technology transform India? Blockchain and the future of accountancy. Implication of blockchain for the auditors. How the profession can lead with the blockchain. And lastly, the conclusion. First, blockchain is the one of the biggest buzzword in the technology right now. But what is it? And why are all your friends and family talking about it? Let's start from the beginning. The first major application of blockchain was Bitcoin, which was released in 2009. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency and blockchain is the technology that underpins it. A cryptocurrency refers to a digital coin that runs on a blockchain. Understanding how the blockchain works with the Bitcoin will allow us to see how the technology can be transferred to many other real-world use cases. Bitcoin is the brainchild of a mysterious person or a group of people known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Nobody knows the identity of the Nakamoto, but their vision was laid out in the 2009 white paper called Bitcoin Peer-to-Peer Electronic Cash System. There's a common misconception among the people that Bitcoin and the blockchain are one and the same. However, that is not the case. Creating cryptocurrencies is one of the applications of the blockchain technology, and other than Bitcoin, there are numerous applications that are being developed on the basis of the blockchain technology. Blockchain. Now, what is blockchain? In the simplest term, blockchain can be described as the data structure that holds transactional records and while ensuring security, transparency, and decentralization. You can think of its chain or records stored in the form of blocks, which are controlled open to anyone on the network. Once an information is stored on the blockchain, it is extremely difficult to change or alter it. Each transaction on the blockchain is secured with a digital signature that proves its authenticity. Due to the use of the encryption and the digital signature, the data stored on the blockchain is tamper-proof and cannot be changed. Now, we will see the advantages of the blockchain. Blockchain is a distributed network. As you see in the image, there is one centralized server, and distributed, we have a jumble connections together. In centralized server, that a middle point is a central server, and all the other networks are connected to the central server. If a hacker hacks the central server, automatically all the system on the network will get hacked. But there is a one advantage in the blockchain, because blockchain works on the distributed network. Distributed network is a network where no centralized server is placed. All the computers are connected to each and every computer. That is, it's a type of peer-to-peer network. Next, there is a immutability. Immutability means it is not possible to alter the blockchain. Once a transaction is placed on the blockchain, it is time stamped, and nobody can alter. If alter, it will change the hash key that I will talk on next slides. Next, security. No doubt, blockchain, as I told, it's a most secured system in the upcoming future. Now, transparency. As soon as the transaction take place, it is posted on the public ledger, and public ledger is posted on all the networks. Those who are connected on the network, all the system, when transaction take place, all the entries passed, any transaction take place, it will reflected on all the nodes connected to the server. Now, in this image, as you see, as transaction is taking place with the hash key and the node description, the transaction is reflecting. Means everybody can see that transaction on the blockchain. Now, the transactions are recorded in the chronological order. Thus, all blockchain in the blockchain are timestamped. A ledger is distributed across every single node in the blockchain. Who are the participants? So it is distributed. Since various consensus protocols are needed to validate that entry, it moves the risk of duplicate entry or fraud. With the smart contracts, the business can preset the condition on the blockchain. The automatic transactions are triggered only when the conditions are met. Next, we will see how blockchain works. In a blockchain, each block in a blockchain network stores some information along with the hash of the previous block. As you see in this image, one block contains a data, that is a transaction or anything, or hash, and a hash of the previous block, which makes blockchain a more secure. Let us see in the further slides how it works. In this slide, as you see, if the information in the block is modified, the hash of the block will subject to modification too. As you see, as soon as we change the number in the block, it automatically changes the hash key of the transaction. As in the image we seeing 12, automatically changing the hash of the transaction, 8, 9. As soon as we alter the block, it will change the hash. Now, these are the in blue picture you are seeing, these are the miners, that is nodes connected to the blockchain technology. Each block in the blockchain network stores some information along with the hash of the previous block. A hash is a unique mathematical code which belongs to a specific block. If the information inside the block is modified, the hash of the block will subject to the modification too. The connection of blocks through unique hash key is what makes the blockchain secure. While transactions take place on a blockchain, there are nodes on the network that validate these transactions. In a Bitcoin blockchain, these nodes are called as a miners. They use concept of proof of work in order to process and validate the transaction on the network. In order for a transaction to be valid, each block must refer to the hash of its preceding block. As you see in the diagrams, there is a miners sitting, means they are having a supercomputers which solve the mathematical hash. As soon as they solve the hash, the transaction is automatically added to the block. As allies is placing any transaction, miners are there to validate this transaction. Once a transaction is validated, it is automatically, as you see in the Bob, that block is automatically connected to the previous block. Now, in this diagram, we will see, in order for a transaction to be valid, each block must refer to the hash of its preceding block. As you see in this diagram, blue hash, previous hash 0 because it is a first block in the blockchain. There is no previous block in this. When second block is added to the blockchain, you see in the green, the hash of the first block and the hash of the second blocks are matching. If hackers tries to attack the network and change information of any specific block, the hash attached to the block will also get modified. The breach will be detected as the modified hash will not match with the original one. As you see in this block, a hacker changes the data in the block. Automatically the hash of the second block changed. After changing, the second and the third block are not matching. Means the blockchain is breaked in the between. Means the transaction will not take place, and we will identify where is the problem is there in the blockchain. Now, there are two broad categories in which blockchain can be classified. Number one, private blockchain, and the second, public blockchain. As you in private blockchain, name suggests that as the name suggests, a blockchain is a permissionless ledger, can be accessed by only with the trusted participants. The overall network control in the hands of the owners. And public blockchain. A public blockchain is a permissionless ledger, can be accessed by any and everyone. Anyone with the access to the internet is eligible to download and access it. Now, what do you think? Will blockchain technology transform India? Any cases that you say that it will help in this sector? I will discuss on some of the sectors, but any idea? Banking sector, good. Now, I will talk. The blockchain is at a nascent phase. Predicting at the point what it might bring is too early. Considering its potential, we can see it evolving soon, and fast distributed technology is accepted by Dubai to replace all the government system with DLT-based digital structure by 2020. It provides trust and immutability and much needed transparency across all platforms. It can also be incorporated in India, making it more transparent and reducing corruption. First, cases where blockchain can be implemented. Agriculture. Agriculture is the 15% of our GDP. And India has 120 million farmers with the second largest area under the agriculture. To look into India's growth, agriculture is the base. Still, 23 farmers kill themselves every single day. Why? No farm equipments, small land, low yield, loans, etc. How blockchain help here? It can enable fractional ownership. Group of farmers can own one tractor. Land can be digitized through smart contracts. Andhra Pradesh is already started using blockchain-powered smart contracts for land ownership, leading to a massive agriculture transformation. Farm subsidies can be more effectively managed through blockchain. Now, I will talk about the governance sector. Government of India, how can be implemented blockchain? There are many use cases that can help the government simplify many complex manual processes that require record keeping. Government authorities are responsible for registry of property and issuing related legal documents. In a big country like India, corruption is the rampant, and the citizen at times need to bribe officials to get such basic services. Plus, a lot of fraud and forgery happens with these records. Litigation go on year before coming to a resolution. Taking land property registry process onto the blockchain will eliminate corruption, fraud, and forgeries. The same can be implemented like birth, death certificates, which this would also eliminate the authorities' need for ensuring hard copy based documents, and the citizen worry of taking the voting process onto the blockchain will remove any such possibility and bring trust and transparency to the process. In a banking sector, as blockchain is trusted and reliable technology which can withstand fraud, security, and scalability issues in the banking. The use of banking technology reduces the payment process time from 4 to 5 days to the fewer seconds, and data management and the data transparency is effective with the use of blockchain technology. Leakages of examination papers and fraudulent and fake degrees issued can be resolved by implementing blockchain technology. Having real-time generated online exams issuing storage education and degree certificates on a blockchain. Easier and employees emphasis and other authorities that needs to verify such credential by directing accessing. Now, we can also implement in the healthcare sector, and we also implement in the supply chain management. These are the cases we can use blockchain in India, and many of the countries are working on it. Now, how blockchain and the future of accountancy. Blockchain is an accounting technology. It is concerned with the transfer of ownership of assets and maintaining a ledger of accurate financial information. The profession is largely concerned with the measurement and the communication of the financial information and its further analysis. For accountant, using blockchain provides clarity and the ownership of assets and existence of the obligation. Blockchain is a replacement of bookkeeping and the reconciliation work. This could threaten the work of the accountants. First, I will conclude my topic. Other than these few examples, the revolutionary technology of blockchain holds a high potential of application in many different industries. Blockchain is the new name in the world of technology, but it is definitely the one to last. Even in the early stages, the technology has gained huge popularities. Starting with their first application of cryptocurrency, more areas of application are being discovered and tested with each passing day. Once the technology is adopted and accepted on the global level, it will transform the way we live today. Thank you.